I'm just going to see. I'm just going to go straight into it. That game, that game was terrible, bro. That game was terrible. Watching Arsenal nowadays is a chore. I don't know if you noticed, like, we are not able to, and this is aside the fact that when teams play against us, like, they play a deep block, low block, whatsoever, but we don't have that verticality in our play anymore. That is breaking teams down through the middle, generating passes through the middle. We don't have that anymore. Our creativity is a cause of concern for me because today I was watching the game and I'm like, okay, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Odegaard, all the passes were going to the wings. They were shifting the passes to the wings, shifting the passes. When we had Thomas Partey, Zinchenko, we used to play those, blind breaking passes that will just open up whatever it is that you have set up, and then we don't have that anymore. So I don't know what Arteta is going to do to correct that mistake. That's in terms of gameplay. In terms of mentality, I think it's starting to get to those guys, man.
Definitely.
I think it's starting to get to those guys.
Arsenal's attack is very right side heavy.
Yes, it
it's
is.
very right side heavy. If you look at it, the average position from your attack is always from the right. It's Saka either running down, beating somebody down the flank, or crossing in, or cutting in and crossing in, or doing his own thing. So he's right. There's one video I saw on Instagram that Gyökeres was making a run. I know they got had the ball. He delayed, and picked a sideways pass instead.
To Trossard. I know.
So Arsenal's problem is combination of the coach and the players. And I feel like it's based on how the coach done the things that the coach has said
they should do. See, we have so many problems, Billy. Honestly, and I am genuinely worried, and I have every right to be. We have so many problems. We have a problem of the one I just mentioned earlier. We have a problem of getting the best out of Gyökeres. For me, is a real cause of concern.
It is.
Right?
It is.
I see this guy making all the necessary runs that he needs to make, but the passes are not finding it.
Sometimes, not every time.
See, obviously, you're not going to. I mean, you're not going to get everything right.
Sometimes it's fighting unnecessarily.
That's the part where he still needs to adapt, to the Premier League.
Sure.
That is going to take some time. But I'm talking about instances where, like you mentioned, Odegaard could have fed him the ball. He didn't. In the match against Everton today, there was a transition moment. I don't know if you saw the game. That Odegaard needed to make a simple 2 to 3 yard pass to Gyökeres to the right, and he fumbled it. These are the problem. These are the issues. The pass was heavy. You should have just put it on a plate for him so that they can smash. This boy, we know he can strike a ball. Now look at the penalty he played. We know that this guy can strike a ball. Yeah. Why are we not playing to his strength? That's my number one source of, frustration. I'm not even going to lie. And I think that the fact that we cannot progress the ball through the middle is because Gyökeres is playing through the middle. I reckon that if we still had Partey in this team, or we had a well-functioning Zinchenko in this team, we would find Gyökeres more. Because those guys, they break the line with their passes, and those passes go through the middle.
I think it's about time they drop Odegaard and keep playing Eze in that thing.
Hey.
Simply because, if not for anything, Eze can pick that forward. Not every progressive pass has to go sideways.
Yes.
Like that. Give Gyökeres the opportunity to miss chances.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we are dragging Gyökeres, we are not dragging him because he's missing chances. Maybe his first touch. He's losing too much. Yes, that's fine. He's supposed to do better in those areas, but at least give him chances.
Let him build his confidence up. Yeah.
Let him even miss. Then we'll say, okay, he's getting chances. Gyökeres is not getting nothing.
He's not getting chances.
He's having to run wide to pick up the ball, then run wide to pick up. All those things, he probably could do them in Portuguese League. Premier League, nobody's giving you all that.
Nobody. Do you understand?
Do you get? So I feel like maybe it's time to drop Odegaard and play Eze. Maybe drop will sound like Odegaard is not performing, but I feel like Arsenal has played for so long without a striker that their first option of attack is to go wide,
Go on, yeah.
even if there's an option down the middle,
I think
as
I also
opposed to just going down the middle once and for all. Let the guy run onto it and at
mm-hmm.
least try. Then maybe
and do something.
but they want to go wide first, and then no, why am I say go wide? Go to Saka, and then go and queue up at the back post.
See, and I like that you mentioned, that Odegaard needs to be dropped because something that I noticed, we already have Zubimendi and Rice for the build-up. Oftentimes, I find Odegaard in the spaces that Zubimendi and Rice are supposed to be. I find Odegaard there. He has no business receiving the ball from Saliba or receiving the ball from Ikapi or Calafiori. We already have Rice and I'm trying to understand. Is it an instruction from Arteta, or he's just doing things? Is taking initiative? Because if that isn't taking initiative, it's wrong. We need him at the higher end of the pitch where he can influence the game better as a 10 to make those final passes to Gyökeres or whoever it is that is going to be attacking the box. Why are you in the build-up phase and then the midfield is empty? Because if you're in the build-up phase, with you're receiving the ball from Saliba, where then is Zubimendi? Where is Declan Rice? Are these guys now supposed to be the ones to make the final pass? That's why we're not able to progress, make those passes through the middle. And I noticed something. Whenever Eze plays, it doesn't go to. He's always at that 10 position. But one thing I also noticed is that, and I think that this will happen over time because, yes, he has come into a new system. This Arsenal team, I feel like they are kind of used to playing with each other. Like they have bonded over the years, right? Saka can make a pass to Odegaard with his eyes closed because he knows where he's going to be.
Right.
But for someone like Eze, he still needs to form those partnerships, form those combinations. So oftentimes, it will look like Eze is ghosting in a game. But that's not what is happening. He's actually picking the right positions. But these guys are not just able to, play with him and combine with him. And whenever he gets the ball, because of the kind of player that he is, he tries to make something happen. And that's why it looks like sometimes he will lose the ball, but that is what we have brought him to do. Take those risks, open up the defense, play the pass, right? I honestly want to see Eze more. Not
Yes,
on the
definitely.
wing, go centrally. Honestly.
Was he even injured today, Seth?
He wasn't. So I can understand why. I mean, he was on the bench. Same with some other players because we have another game in like 2 days, or is it 3 days? We have a game against Crystal Palace, and we're having games every 3 days now till like the end of January. So I can understand, like, we want to keep, the squad fresh, rotation and everything. I get that. But he's been on the bench for 2 games in a row now. Right? Same with Madueke. Same with Nwaneri. I don't understand. And Ateta will come out and be fuming about, we are getting injured. I don't get why someone like Madueke could not come in today and get some minutes. Take some load off Saka. Right? Yes, we have a game midweek next week. But the problem with Ateta is, we can sit down here and say all these things. Ateta makes us seem like we know better than he does. But he's supposed to be the one that knows better, because tell me why you're not playing these guys to gain fitness. For example, Madueke has not played in 2 games in a row. Iwanere has not played in 2 games in a row. Eze has probably played like 20 minutes in the last 3 games. Then we have a Carabao fixture midweek next week. You will now start all these guys. Do you understand? You're not building up their minutes up to the game. So the likelihood for them to get injured because they are just, playing an high intensity is Crystal Palace. They're going to be physical. The likelihood for them to pick up injuries is high. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Pressure is getting to Arteta too.
Hey.
You know that thing that happened against Aston Villa that I told you now, that the players fell to the ground and they were smashing the floor. That you could tell that the pressure has gotten to them. I feel like it has also the manager's part kind of that pressure has also gotten to Arteta. So
Arteta.
he's playing it safer than he would normally do it, and he's taking that. I mean, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but he's taking that neutral, free flow football away from Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Do you get now? He's feeling like now they just want to score one goal and lock up. Like you played Wolves the last time, you narrow escape. Today they should have. Today is the god of football or the favor of football that smiled on us now, because that was a clear pen.
It was a clear pen, yeah.
It was a clear pen.
Yeah, against Arsenal, yes, it was.
So you cannot keep relying on those. Let this, like, I'll say it everywhere. Anyway, Arsenal has a very solid team. They might not be the best in the world or anything in terms of, but like they have a very good team that will go toe to toe with anybody in any team in the world. Let these guys out and let them play expressive. Like, let them play ball. Why are you holding them back with
system?
Like with Merino, when Arsenal, it looks as if Arsenal will play better when Merino is up top, because Merino will leave that striking position and come and join them in the middle to be playing their pass around them, take it to the right, and everybody crowd the back post. It will work. It's a strategy that works. In fact, like they said, set piece is number 1 in Premier League now. Yes, but these guys have things in them. There was a time that even Martinelli, the Arsenal fans don't rate now. There's a time that Martinelli was high flying on that your left wing.
Yeah.
Imagine a let loose free Martinelli flying down that wing. Your Saka is flying down that wing. Then you're still, Gyökeres is in full service. That sounds like a better Arsenal to me. Oh, I don't understand. But like you said, Arteta makes people feel like they know the ball more than him that is the coach himself.
It is frustrating. It is. We can sit down and debate this Gyökeres, because one thing that would never make sense to me is how we have somebody that was banging goals left, right, and center. Yes, forget it's the Portuguese league, right? It is an easier league. But if he wasn't able to score at all, it would have shown. This guy scored 97 goals in, I think, 105 appearances for football. That is not a fluke.
Yeah,
if you translate it to the Premier League, obviously it would be much less.
At least,
right?
Yes, but at least you should be able to.
But at least
you should be able to do 10. You should be able to do 10.
Right. At this point,
Prem 20 goals
easily. So he's coming into a team and he's looking like he doesn't even know what he's doing. It's baffling to me, because, and it speaks to what was the scouting. Was it really the right fit? Do you understand? Because what
who do you think would have been a better fit?
Honestly, I feel like if we assigned someone like Ikezy, for example, Ikezy would have been a better fit in our system. That boy plays. He is very good technically. He can finish the ball, right? He's not necessarily a target man. He can drift off. He can drift wide, right? He's not so. We have Jesus, right? Jesus is a very good player, but the fact is, Jesus doesn't know how to strike a ball properly, and so because of that, he misses chances he shouldn't be missing. Aside the fact that he's not also a reliable person, he's always injured.
Yeah,
that is it. We have Havertz. Havertz has the movement, but he doesn't have the. Will I say? I don't want to. No, he has the stamina, but there's something about Havertz and how he plays. He looks very lackadaisical. Like it's not. Like you're not putting
like
your.
Trying.
Like he's not trying. Havertz is a fantastic player. He has very good movement and he's able to play with the team. But he's also technically he's limited. Right? I think when it comes to technical ability, the ability on the ball to dribble, to link up play and everything, I think Jesus is the best out of all the options that we have. Right? Havertz is taller, he can head the ball, he can serve as a target man when he wants to go long, bring the ball down, control it, feed it onto Saka or Martinelli or whoever it is that is playing on the left. Gyökeres cannot do any of that. So what Havertz and Jesus are lacking in terms of hitting the ball striking, right? Scoring goals, knowing how to like bury chances. That is the only thing Gyökeres has ahead of all of them. Because Gyökeres cannot dribble. He's not good. He's not technically sound.
He's not even a flexible guy, sir.
Yes, and he's not exactly a target man because all the area balls, they bully him. He can't even win. He's just,
I think he's more of a channel runner.
Exactly. So I understand we have a variety of options. Like if that was the strategy, that makes sense. However, Jesus is only just getting back. Havertz has not even kicked the ball this season, I think. Aside the first game. So we've had to depend majorly on Gyökeres. And the fact that Arteta is not able to make it work, it can't be that bad now. If we are claiming to have world class players in the likes of Saka and maybe a Declan Rice, and arguably, honestly, I don't think Odegaard is world class, but
Agenda.
He's a very good player, right?
He's a very good player. I don't think he's a world class player too.
Do you understand? We should be able to. It doesn't require a lot of coaching. For example, I watched an interview that Bruno granted the other day, and Bruno was talking about his teammates, and he described how Mbeumo wants the ball. He described what Cunha does with the ball and how Cunha loves to receive the ball. He described how Zexi loves to receive the ball. He described Šeško. He described Mason Mount. Bruno knows what everybody wants. He was saying it. So whenever Bruno is with the ball, the players, Mbeumo, Šeško, all these guys around him, they know that he knows what they want.
Yeah.
He knows the guys that would love the ball to their feet. He knows the guys that would love the ball to the channel. He knows the guys that would want to make a run in behind. It looks like Odegaard doesn't know. Especially for Gyökeres. It feels like he doesn't know. That's what it looks like. The only person so far in that team that understands what Gyökeres needs, they're actually two. Trossard and Eze. These are the only two players that I've seen that have constantly tried. Whenever they're with the ball, they look up to look for him. Odegaard is you're supposed to be the main creator. Come on. That game was a very frustrating game for me. I'm not even going to lie. I was watching the game. I'm like, you know what? If we draw this game or we lose, I don't even want to be chasing Man City. Nobody who wants to chase Man City.
Lost cause.
I can't do that. No, I really can't do it.
Arsenal cannot afford that too. Arsenal cannot afford that. They cannot afford to do that.
Because once Man City get top like this,
if they give Man City the chance, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But it's gone. It's gone. Because I really do. I'm surprised that we're talking about Arsenal this way. Because at the beginning of the season, I predicted and confidently said that Arsenal will win the league. Because
everybody said so.
I felt that with the signings, like, they should be playing free, maybe not free flowing. Not everybody's going to play. You're not going to be able to play free flowing 100% football every day. But not like if Man U is beating Wolves 4-1, how is Arsenal scoring 1-0 and trying to defend 1-0 against bottom of the table Wolves? Then okay, let's say that was a blip. Then you came to play Everton and look at how the game went. And
it's a mentality issue.
Now is the time where this is crunch time. This is crunch time.
We are not even in crunch time. We are getting to crunch time. So Billy, I don't know. There was the podcast that I put out with Debo and Emmanuel the other day. We're talking about the patterns, right? As an Arsenal fan, I've watched Arsenal the last couple of seasons that we've been second. I think we've been second 3 times in a row, right? And for each of those times, there were certain months where we would do well at the beginning, we'll be high flying for a bit, and then December will come, and then 2 or 3 games in December will be shaky. Like we'll draw a game, we'll lose a game, we'll draw another game, And the fans will say, every season, they will say, it wasn't a bad result. It's not a bad result. They say, going to St. James's Park and getting a draw is not a bad result.
Going to Craven Cottage.
Do you understand? You'll say St. James Park is difficult. Man City will go there, they will win. Oh. But you come, you say, because Man City, they won't play those teams at that period. When they are going on their demonic run, their 20 game winning run, they smash anybody. It won't be a case of, it was St. James Park, it was Craven Cottage, it was Old Trafford. They will beat anybody.
Arsenal has to take the
We
opportunity
do this
time.
every season. Every season.
Have you given up?
Now.
Have you given
up? I'm not optimistic. Let me just put it like that. I'm not optimistic. And I was my expectations were measured at the beginning of the season. I knew that for me, this season is a hit or bust. If you don't win it this season, some hard decisions have to be made.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very hard decisions have to be made.
Definitely.
Right. So I'm hoping that it happens this season. But from what I'm seeing, Billy, it's not looking like it will. It's not looking like it will because I want to ask you a question. All the title winning sides in the Premier League in the last 15 years. I mean, you've been watching the Premier League for a very long time. What do you say about their mentality? Like, there's always that aura about them. After the first 3 months, you know that this team is strong enough. Like, they are looking like they would bully anybody.
No,
right?
But that's Arsenal now, no? Arsenal is physically dominant too.
Oh, like no. Physically dominant, yes. Mentally fragile.
Yes, but
mentally fragile.
I get that part.
See, I'll give you an example. And people might say it's harsh. Our first game of the season was against you guys.
Yeah, against you.
Were you convinced with that game that Arsenal will go all the way to win the league? You know, you guys outplayed us.
Yes. But I said
we were lucky to win that game.
Yes, but I said something that day that Arsenal will need performances like that here and there to win the league. You're not always going to win pretty. Not everybody's going to. Not until Pep came that he started winning 100 points, scoring 100 points, like something. Usually the Prem, we all know the way the Prem is, right? But you are going to have to win dirty sometimes. They say that's the winner's mentality. But where is now the tide is now shifting for me with Arsenal is it is now becoming a norm. It's as if they are now relying on that to win. You're not going to play pretty. I mean, you came to Old Trafford first day of the season against Ruben Amorim that people are clamoring for. Like, that was a pressure-filled game, no doubt about it. So if that was a good way to take your 1-0, take your 1-0, 3 points, start the season and push on from there. I said Arsenal was going to win the league at that point. But I did not expect that 17 games or 16 games after, Arsenal will still be relying on those kind of performances that you be here. No. Like, yes, you struggle. If you struggle and beat Newcastle, that's fine. I know the Premier League is not easy. There's no easy team to beat in the Premier League. But if you are going to be a champion, you need to be able to beat some teams easily. And let them, like, stamp your ground and let them know that, yes.
So, beat some teams easily, like Everton.
Like
Wolves.
See, I keep Wolves, Everton.
Sunderland. These are teams you should be winning.
No, Sunderland is a tricky one because Sunderland has not been the Sunderland everyone thought they would be this season. Sunderland is... Yes, you might think that they should be beating them, but Sunderland is not bottom table. They're like 7th or 8th or something in the Premier League.
How about 10 man Chelsea?
That's no excuse for that. Do you get? Like, there are some things that you need to be firm on. You need to assert yourself. They were at some point, but in the last 4 or 5 games, it seems like the decline has started. Like, they started the season very dominant. They had like clean sheets in a row. They were stopping on people, winning 2, 3. Yes, but not in the last 2 games now. In their last 2 games where you played Everton and Wolves, you scored only 2 goals. And you're playing, let's say you're even running this race again with Man City, you know that you have to capitalize because Man City, any chance they get to beat somebody 5-6, they will. So
today now they won 3-0.
So even if you win your own games too, it might get to a point where the goals would matter. Yes, we know they are not conceding a lot of goals, which is very good. But at the same time, it might get to the point where they need to start winning properly because Man City, if it was any other team that was behind us now, you can say that, you can confident. But Man City, they will not only win you with points, they will win you with goals. So it's very, very important. That's why I'm surprised that Arsenal is still winning. They're still top of the table, right? But the momentum and zeal and drive and energy and ginger and respect and sort of fear that they had the first 10 games on the season is starting to fade away slowly now.
It's getting to the business end.
It's starting to fade away slowly. And this is the time where they have to be.
This is the time. Yeah. This is the time where I need to see that champions mentality. That champions attitude.
Champions trying to be champions, not champions. They don't get champions attitude for there now. That's another problem. Champions attitude there now.
Because until you win it.
Yes, now. And that's why I always say that in the 6 years that Arteta has been, let me not say 6 years, in the 5.5 or 5 years that he has had his current crop of players, he should have picked up at least one Carling Cup and one FA Cup. In the space of those 5 years, pick up one Carling Cup, one Community Shield, one Carling Cup, one FA Cup. Mm-hmm. That is something.
Yeah, it gives you the confidence. Yeah,
something to build on.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys will even believe that if depending on how they feel, look their house, say, okay, I've won something before. I'm a winner. Mm-hmm. You get like I've won something before. I've won on a big stage. I know what it feels like to win. It's okay. I just need to win bigger. But they've not won anything at all. So now why they just Arsenal is looking very fragile. I wouldn't lie. They're looking
too fragile, man. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we're back top of the league. Hopefully,
we stay there.
We stay there. It's massive breathing down our neck. Honestly,
very, very important.
Massive breathing down our neck. Anyways, this was a nice one. It was really good. I think we can. You know what? Let me pause the recording.